Back up, back up. Hey guys, it's Katie. Thank you for clicking on this video and checking this out. So this is my capsule makeup bag. I saw Arna Elaine do this video, and basically you have, as if you were making a capsule wardrobe, doing it with your makeup. So you have 3 categories: your basics that you need for every day, and then you have your staples, which you don't need every day, but you would like to use every day, I guess, is kind of my interpretation. And then you have your wild cards, which are your little bit extra products you don't need, but they're fun to change things up. But overall, it's a pretty condensed collection compared to what we normally have. So I have some of these products on today. Some of them, I couldn't wear all of them. We're just going to go ahead and get started with the first category, which is actually my largest. It's the basics, but it's the basics. If this is all I had to use every day, this is what I would pick. And the first thing would be some sort of like tinted hydrator, tinted foundation, something that's light coverage, maybe a little bit buildable to medium coverage. I really love the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, but it's not widely available. I don't know if it's being phased out, so I went with the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I think this leaves just a healthy looking glow to the skin, and it's what I'm into right now, and I think it would satisfy what I want in a base. Next for me would be, these aren't in any order. Actually, in this first category, the staples, I have 11 products, but one of them is a tool. So these aren't in any order of importance. It's just my staple collection. I definitely would have a blush in my staples. I think blush on me in particular makes a world of difference in the dimension of my skin. And I would actually go with either the CoverGirl Cheekers blush in the shade Plumberry Glow. This is what I have on my cheeks right now. And then I also really love, I couldn't just pick one of these. I also would probably have the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Peach, even though it's more of a pinky peach, because I'm not a huge peach fan. But this one I had to pick because I actually have it on over the Plumberry Glow, the CoverGirl one, because it just has this awesome sheen to it without looking like you have glitter on. And so I really love this, either to, you know, pair with another blush or on its own. Next, I would have some sort of kohl eyeliner. I always have. I just feel like I'm somebody who always needs some sort of like pencil kohl eyeliner in my collection. I don't have one that's like, I don't have one particular brand that's a staple. Right now, I've just been using a Charlotte Tilbury kohl one. Definitely would not use a high-end one. I've used so many drugstore brands. I would pick one from the drugstore, but I definitely have a kohl eyeliner either to do tight lining, smudging out on the upper lash line, lower lash line, just you know, I just think a kohl eyeliner is so versatile. And then something I never did before, but I feel like I really like now, is a brow gel. This is the one by Essence. It's the Make Me Brow. I actually have a lot of drugstore products in this capsule collection, and I did not do that on purpose. But this is the Essence Make Me Brow. It's in my brows right now. I think it adds the perfect amount of color, of thickness. It doesn't have the best ever staying power. Your brows will move after you put this in, but that's not a big deal to me. But I would have a brow gel over a brow pencil. I just think it's quicker, easier, may not fill in as much, but it would do the trick for me. As far as eyes go, I probably, if I just had my staples, I would pick up little trios or quads from the drugstore. I really would. These are both so old school, but I know they have updated versions and stuff. These are just the ones I have, and they still work really well. The powders are still very soft. The powders are still very pigmented. This is the Almay Intense Eye Color for brown eyes. I love this bronzy color right here. See, that would just be a one and done eyeshadow look for me. And then I love purples. Brown eyes and purples go together, as they say. And this is the quad by L'Oreal called Perfume ID. I'm not sure if they have this exact quad anymore, but the purples in here are lovely. Kind of like lilac purple and a deeper one I'll show here. And then also has kind of your champagnes for highlighting or blending. Such good quality. And I would probably just have a few color stories and that would be good enough for me. I've kind of always been a little bit of an eyeshadow girl, so those would work. And then mascaras. Mascaras that are still my favorite would be the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Staple for me, absolutely. It just spreads all your lashes out. And then for volume and thickness, I would go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. This one, these together, I've said so many times in my videos, they're just the perfect combo for me. I used to think two mascaras was like high maintenance, but what these do separately and together just makes good lashes on me. So those would be that. And then the last makeup product would probably be a lip product. I think lip products are another one of those things that can make a huge difference in the appearance of your makeup with just a simple step like blush. And I especially, like, my lips are naturally kind of just the color of the rest of my face. So putting something on really does make a difference for me. This is actually maybe the most inexpensive lipstick I have, but it is the shade 08 by Rimmel. It was originally part of the Kate Moss collection, but I think they've now just made it a staple part of the collection. And it is, for my skin tone, what I like, the perfect everyday pink with a little bit of a mauvey nude undertone. And it's a cream formula, and it would obviously go with anything. And then the tool that I have for my staple, this is the last product, or I guess this is my basics category. I keep saying staples. These are all staples, but this is my basics category. The tool I would definitely want to have is the color switch. This is one from Sephora and Veramona. This is what you use for your brushes to switch colors. You just have a, I don't know, this, I just pick up a brush and you swipe it in here, and somehow it works its magic and takes the pigment off of the powder, and then you go in with another color. I think it saves time, it saves money because you don't have to have as many brushes, and it's super quick. I use it every single day, and I use it as an easy way to kind of clean my brushes after I use them each time. And so I don't have a lot of buildup on my brushes because I just use it, swipe it, and put the brush back. And this is very inexpensive, even though it's from Sephora. Okay, moving on to the staples category. I know I've been saying staples for my last little collection, but those were the basics. These are the staples. I guess I would also want to use these every day, but if I couldn't, I would be okay with what I had in my basics category. I just have a couple products, actually, 3, 6, 7 products in my staples. The next would probably be, okay, not in order. I just want to go, definitely a liquid liner. I'm also a liquid liner girl. I've been in the liquid liner game since, I don't know, since high school. And my favorite is definitely the Schwing liquid liner by The Balm. This is the only liquid liner I've ever been able to get good wings with. Not that I can perfect my wings at all. It's an everyday learning curve for me. But this, the applicator, it's firm but not too firm. It's long and skinny. It's intense and black. And I love a good little wing. And then a powder. I don't use powder every day. I'm more of a dry-skinned girl. But sometimes you do need powder to set things all together, make everything blend, want things to last a bit longer. And I would go with the Milani Prep Set and Glow. This is just a soft focus, beautifully blurring, ethereal powder. Not drying, not cakey, doesn't cling to anything. Just, it's beautiful. It's almost one of those products, I actually have it like in my cart or wish list or something somewhere to buy another one, even though I just started using this one. It's something I would be so upset if it got discontinued, so I almost want to buy a backup because I love it that much. And even though it says glow, there's not like a glow or shimmer to it. It's just this, like, I don't even know the word besides ethereal, like just soft. And then a concealer. Actually, my new favorite concealer, Neutrogena Hydro Boost. And okay, I picked this ironically because it is so creamy, yet it sets down and doesn't really smudge, even though you would think a like stick concealer would be drying and tugging at your eyes. It is really soft and creamy. It has this hydrating core. It doesn't cling to dryness under my eyes. My under eyes are definitely my problem area when it comes to like texture and creasing, cakiness, or whatever. Another one of those products, I would be so upset if I didn't have this in my collection. Bronzer, I feel like bronzer almost made it to my basics because it's another one of those products that can just change the dimension of your face. I would pick blush over bronzer, so that's why I moved bronzer to the staples category. And I would go, this is what I have on today, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. It has this, again, this luminosity to it without being glittery or shimmery. Just looks really healthy on the skin. And even though it's like, I guess Lumi is kind of like the perfect word for it because it's not matte, but it isn't a glowy, shimmery bronzer. It's just in between and beautiful. Did I mention a highlight? Benefit High Beam. I have also raved about this. It's what I have on today. This is kind of like a pinky iridescent highlight. I don't think it pulls too pink on the skin, but pink enough where, I don't know, I kind of like it a little bit on my skin tone. Here it is. But what this does, the best way I can describe it is it does everything you want a highlight to do on your face without looking like you used highlight. It just looks like the light is somehow making your face glow wherever you put it. Your cheekbones, your nose. Looks like you have glowing, healthy skin. And that's right now my jam in a highlight, and that's why I included that one. On to like the fun category, the wild cards, the things that kind of spice up your collection a little bit. I actually don't have too many products, and most of them are lip products because that's my favorite way to spice up a look. I am wearing one of them that I'll share with you. Back up. I forgot to share in my staples category 2 eyeshadow sticks that I wear so often from a brand it is not very popular as far as I know, but I saw it on Instagram, loved these 2 shades, and love the product. These are by two cream shadows by the brand Alley Oop. They're called their 11th Hour eyeshadow sticks, and I have the shade Sharklet, which is soft and creamy. The only thing I find is I absolutely have to wear an eye primer with them because they crease and fade, but if I wear an eye primer, I have no issues. The other shade I have is called Bronze Metal, which of course is a lovely, lovely bronze. They're both kind of metallic shades here. So this is the shade Sharklet, and this is the shade Bronze Metal. These are it's definitely a brand I'm interested in trying more from, and definitely they have more colors that I'm excited to see them expand the line. So I would, in my staples, make it easy, everyday taupe or bronze eyeshadow look. Okay, now going on to my wild card category. With the eyeshadow palettes I would choose. Obviously, I would want to have a little fun with eyeshadows if I had some extra room in my collection. One of them, if you watch my other videos, is not going to be a surprise at all. It's the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. I love every shade in here. Love, love, love these jewel tones and shimmers. I love these mauve pinks and these like deep plums and burgundies. And you can just create an endless amount of gorgeous shades. I know it kind of may look like, oh, that's definitely like a spring pastel summer palette, but you can get some just basic neutral looks out of here too. And you know what? Wear whatever color you want, whenever you want with your makeup. I would probably have Juvia's Place palette because of her shimmers. And the one I pulled out to show was the Masquerade palette. Specifically for the upper two rows. I just think if I wanted to just be fun and create some bold, colorful looks, that this would, her shimmers just from any palette in general, would satisfy every colorful, shimmery need. I mean, these are one little swipe. Pink, blue, green, purple. They're just so pigmented and, ugh. So I think I would definitely be a fan of Juvia's Place. I have a contour actually in my wild cards. Right now I'm using the Jordana Sculpt and Go, which I don't think is available anymore. I don't think the brand is available anymore, but I would have like a cream contour stick. There's one from Fenty, Oma Beauty, other brands have them, but contour, not bronzer. This is a very cool tone. Let me do here. A very neutral to cool toned shade where you're actually sculpting out the shadows on your face and making everything look a little more chiseled. I would want one of those. Bronzer, because I'm just loving this one right now, and it's a cream bronzer, and I really like creams. And this is from Tower 28. It's their Bronzino bronzer in the shade West Coast. This is a bronzer. I don't even know what particularly made me buy this, because the swatches make it look like it's this almost gold shimmery bronzer, but somehow it works. And even, oh, see, look at, let me do a better swatch than that. Looks like very orange and shimmery and shiny, but I don't know, man, there's something magic about this, and people really like it, where when you put it on your face and do a little blending and whatever, it just looks so good. It doesn't look shiny and shimmery and orange. I don't know, but I have 4-ish lip products. One of them, the one I'm wearing right now, I would have because it's fun and bright and I like it. And it is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Lip in the shade Melon Pop. And it is a matte lip, but it is a comfortable liquid lipstick. I think it's beautiful. Often for it being so bold. Love it. And then I would have for sure a red lip. I feel like everybody needs a good staple red lip in their collection. And the one I just had to go with is MAC's Ruby Woo. Even though it is a super, super dry matte formula, I prefer a very cool toned blue based red, and I do prefer my reds to be more matte. Even though this one is like ultra matte, but it is a beautiful, perfect, cool toned red. You want reds to stay, so it's okay if they're matte, but this is Ruby Woo from MAC. And then my Ehhh product is a red lip liner. I think out of all colors that I wear on my lips, when I'm wearing red, that's when I want to make sure I have a liner on. The red one I just have right now, ColourPop is not my favorite lip liner formula, but it's the only red one I have right now. This is the shade, I don't know, Bossy. I actually just placed an Ulta order and got like a red from NYX that I'm hoping is just like a true basic cool toned red, but this is the shade Bossy. The red that I love to wear at the holidays is the shade, another Rimmel shade. This was also in the Kate Moss collection, but again, it might just be part of their normal collection now, is the shade just 107, and it is a deeper, I think like more burgundy red. You see, and it's matte, but it's a very like velvety, comfortable matte, and you can see the difference. This is like your blue toned Ruby Woo, and then this is like this deeper burgundy that's really fun like in the fall and winter holidays. And then I would have one good like berry mauve, because I think that's fun all year round. And I would go with, I was debating between Tarte's Salt Life and Milk Makeup's Hype, and I went with Milk Hype. I will right here, and I think it's just this beautiful kind of blue purple undertoned mauve that looks good with a lot of looks. So I think that's everything in my capsule makeup collection. Watching this video, and I hope you will stop by for the next one. Bye guys.